guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you all about the best summer foundation ever. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I do think that this is going to be a very popular foundation in the beauty community, especially this time of the year, and I am talking about the brand new, and brace yourself because as usual, this name is so freaking long, but this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Water Fresh Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 30 foundation. And wow, that is such a mouthful, but this is the foundation that I'm going to be reviewing. I'm also going to be demoing this on my skin today. And of course, I will be doing check-ins throughout the day as well. So if you guys would like to hear about my thoughts on this foundation, then please keep on watching. But I do want to start off by talking about the boring stuff first. So this foundation retails for $42 and you get 1 fluid ounce, which is very standard. And this is a close-up of the packaging. Just like all of the other Estee Lauder products, the packaging is absolutely beautiful and so luxurious. You do have the matte glass bottle here, and then you do have the gold cap on top. And then when you actually open up the cap, you can see that there is no pump to this foundation, which absolutely sucks. And even when I do the demo, you guys will see that when I open this foundation, I used way too much product. I actually spilled some on my couch, which I was so upset about. But anyway, you don't get a pump with this, but what I did with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup, I just added my own pump. I got this pump from MAC, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this side, just because I always prefer foundations that are either with a pump or with a squeezy tube, because first of all, it's just more sanitary, and 2, you don't end up wasting any product at all. So I also want to talk about the shade range, because unlike the sister foundation, the Stay in Place foundation, which this has, I think, over 20 shades, this only has 12, but I'm really hopeful that they will expand their line with this foundation just because it is so new. I think they're just kind of like gauging the market and seeing what people like and what people don't like. But I do think, or at least I hope, that they will expand the color range. Now I'm in the shade Honey Bronze, and that is the same shade in the Double Wear Stay in Place as well. The weird thing is though, do you guys see how much lighter the Water Fresh is than the Stay in Place, even though they're exactly the same color? I think the reason why is because the Double Wear Stay in Place has so much more pigment than this one, because this is a very natural finish. But I do want to show you guys that they're exactly the same shade. They just look so different. But as of recently, I'm so obsessed with foundations that are very natural on the skin, that give you a very healthy, dewy finish. So when I saw that Estee Lauder was launching this Double Wear, I keep wanting to say water blend, but Water Fresh foundation, I was so excited because this is just as long lasting as the Stay in Place makeup. So you do get the 24-hour wear with this foundation as well. But the difference is that this is a very, very natural light to medium coverage foundation. And this is basically like your skin, but better. This is not going to cover the same way as the Stay in Place makeup does, but this is going to make your skin look super, super healthy and glowy. As you guys can see right now, my skin just looks like my skin, but it looks like a healthier version of my skin, like a more even, perfected version of my skin, if that makes any sense. Here's a quick close-up of my face. You guys can see for yourself just how beautiful the glow is. Just an FYI, I do have highlight on this side, but I don't have any highlight on this side, but you can still see that stunning glow. Okay, so that's all I have to say about the Water Fresh foundation. Now let's jump right into the actual demo. Okay, so I have nothing at all on my skin except I just moisturized. I should turn off my phone. Where's my phone? Okay, as I was saying, so I actually went ahead and moisturized my skin using just a very light moisturizer, but I don't have like any primer or anything on my face. So I think what I'm going to do is on this side of my face, I'm going to use a beauty sponge. This is one from Tarte that I really like. And then on this side, I'm going to use a buffing brush, just so you guys can see how this makeup works with either a brush or a beauty sponge. So I'm going to just shake up the bottle, shake, shake, shake. And then I will take some on the back of my hand and oof, oof, oh boy, oh gosh, I hope you saw that. But I just took so much product, and as you guys can see, this is so lightweight that it is like so crazy runny, and that is definitely way too much product. This is exactly why I do not like foundations without a pump, because now I'm gonna waste so much product. But anyway, let's keep on going. So I'm just gonna take some on my finger and apply it Actually, I'll just apply it all over my skin. And honestly, this is like way more product than I would normally take, but you know what? I don't want to waste it, so it's going on my face. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my beauty sponge and start to just blend out this side all over my skin, like so. And hopefully you guys can see just how lightweight and natural it looks on the skin. Now I'm kind of wishing that I did like no foundation on this side and foundation on this side, just so you guys were able to see the difference. But anyway, hopefully you guys can tell just how natural it truly is on the skin. Like it literally feels and looks exactly like your skin, but better. In fact, I'm actually gonna just do this so I can blend the foundation down to my neck. So as you guys can see, that was really, really easy to blend, and this is how the foundation looks on my skin. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take my buffing brush and I'm going to just blend this all over my skin. And as you can see, it is really easy to just blend with the brush as well. But of course, I do prefer my beauty sponge because I always feel like a beauty sponge really presses the product into your skin and it kind of like becomes part of your face versus using a brush, even though this does a great job at really blending the foundation super, super nicely. But just as a personal preference, I always like using a beauty sponge. Okay, so my foundation is done. And as you guys can see, it just looks really natural on the skin. You can see I kind of have a few breakouts right here, and you can still see my skin right through it. I also have some discoloration on the side of my face. Again, you can see my actual skin right through it. But it does have this beautiful glowy, dewy finish that I absolutely just love. And it does look like my skin, but better. Now I do want to call out that I know that this foundation looks a little bit light for me and it kind of has like that ashy finish. What happens with this foundation is as the day goes on, it becomes like part of your skin and it blends so nicely into your skin. So you guys will see when I finish the rest of my makeup that this foundation actually does look even better as the day goes on, and this kind of like white cast that's on my face will definitely go away for sure. Anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and just apply some concealer underneath my eyes. I'm also going to set this very lightly and I will film it as I'm doing it, but I am going to set this foundation with a powder just because I'm actually going to be out and about all day today and I do want to just set my makeup in place, and that's what I would do normally with any foundation anyway. So I will be setting this in place with some powder, just a very light powder all over my skin, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my bronzer, blush, highlight, and all that good stuff, and then I'll be right back to share my final thoughts with you guys. Okay, so this is the final look, and hopefully you can see now that it does match the rest of my body really well. I did go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and I actually started to apply my highlight, which I did on this side, but then I realized that I wanted to show you guys how truly dewy this foundation is. So I didn't apply it on this side, and you can still see that beautiful glow on my face, and it just overall makes my skin look so healthy and glowy, and I love that, especially because you guys know I have such dry skin. But anyway, now it is 2:31 in the afternoon, and oh my gosh, look at how Kobe sleeps there. He always sleeps with his little arms, not arms, oh my gosh, his little legs up like this, like all four of his legs. I don't know why that's comfortable, but he always sleeps like that. It's the cutest, funniest thing ever. But anyway, it is now 2:30 and I will be back around midnight. And I know that's really late for me. You guys know I sleep at like 10 o'clock, but it is Friday night and I think my husband and I are gonna go out for dinner. I also have a meetup today, so a lot's going on today. It's a great day for me to really test out this makeup when I'm out and about. So I'll talk to you guys in just a few hours. Okay, so excuse the crazy hair. I'm actually just chilling here in my PJs and I wanted to do my last check-in because I know I'm gonna fall asleep any second. So I just wanted to take off my makeup and get ready for bed. It is now 10:47 at night and I really wanted to stay up until midnight, but you guys, it is so genuinely hard for me now to stay awake past like 11 o'clock. I wake up really, really early, so I'm ready for bed right now. But I wanted to talk about my face makeup because it still looks so good. Of course, it's a little bit dewy and glowy, and especially like in my T-zone, it is kind of glowy. but my foundation is still on my face, and I'll do a close-up so you guys can see. It's still very much so on my face, and for whatever reason, my camera is really washing out the fact that my blush and my bronzer and highlight and everything that I put on top of my foundation, including the concealer, is still on my face. So I'm just so crazy impressed that at least for a good 8 hours, the Water Fresh foundation definitely stays put. I am, like I said, I am a little bit oily, and at this point of the night, if this was like a regular day, I would set my face with like a translucent powder. So today I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder, and this is the banana shade. This is what it looks like. And I'm just going to take the tiniest bit on a fluffy brush and just add this a little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, like basically all the areas where I'm looking a little bit dewy, a little bit oily, just so this powder can absorb any of the excess oil and make me look a lot more refreshed. And there you go. Even now my skin does have like that beautiful glow, but I absolutely love it, and I just love overall how natural, long wearing, and light this foundation is. And if you guys are looking for a long wearing, light coverage foundation that gives your skin that beautiful, healthy glow, I think this is going to be a really amazing foundation for you, and this gets a huge A+ from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think this video is going to be kind of long. I think I talked for like a good hour. I don't know why I always talk for so long, but if you guys stay this far, then thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on all of my social media. Everything, as usual, will be linked in the description box below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!